Welcome to Have I Got News For You? I'm Martin Clunes. In the news this week, on his way to 11 Downing Street, Britain's new Chancellor of the Exchequer demonstrates a worrying problem with numbers. After losing his seat in the election, the night gets worse for Labour's defeated Health and Safety Minister.
Thank you.
And at his first cabinet meeting, after sitting in a trance for 20 minutes, David Cameron shocks ministers as he announces the new position of President for Life. On Ian's team is a journalist for The Express who recently appeared on BBC Two's The Bubble, for which she spent 3 days without access to television, internet or newspapers. Pretty much like being a journalist in the Express offices. Please welcome Julia Hartley-Brewer. And on Paul's team is a writer, stand-up comedian and actor who says the most important advice is never to drink before you go on stage. Tosser. Please welcome Chris Addison. And we start with the big story of the week. Take a look at this.
Oh, Tory Dream Team.
A terrible remake of Reservoir Dogs.
They're being arrested.
There's a purple party. This must be from some other country.
Oh, that's the Browns with the Miliband brothers. That's...
Oh, there's another Miliband brother in there.
Cup in a field.
Grope of the boob.
This is very good news. It's the first gay couple to run Britain. I'm excited. I'm very excited by this.
Did you see that press conference?
Yeah.
Where it said, I am what I am, and what I am needs no excuses.
Yeah. But it could be a very exciting day for politics. Where there is darkness, we'll bring light. Where there is heat, we will bring cold. Where there is hope, we will bring despair.
You know, what I love, though, is David Cameron's been so statesmanlike through this, you know, this big offer of this coalition, and it was all looking so good, and he sees the Queen, and then he turns up on Downing Street, stands on the steps with his wife, and gropes her boob. He's just
He's just won an election, kind of.
Yeah. So now she's got to give out?
Well, that's why he only went for the one boob. If he got a majority, he could have gone...
What embarrassing question was David Cameron asked at his joint press conference?
Oh, this was genius.
Let's have a look.
Prime Minister, do you now regret when once asked what your favourite joke was, you replied, Nick Clegg? And Deputy Prime Minister, what do you think of that?
We're all going to have. I'm afraid I did that.
Genius.
At least he said it was his favourite joke.
I hear that sort of journalists now are quite keen to prize these two apart and show the differences between them. Would you agree with that, Julia?
I think so. There's quite a lot of differences, otherwise they'd probably be in the same party.
But that's how coalitions work. I don't understand why journalists don't appear to be able to see what the definition of a coalition is. Those two people don't appear to be in the same party. How can they be in a coalition? It wouldn't be a coalition if they're in the same party. It'd be a majority government, you thick bunch of bastards.
I'm all for this coalition. I like the idea that it neutralises the loonies on both wings. It looks quite good so far. I'm sure you've all read the agreement. It's only 12 pages. Come on. No ID cards. Changes on tax. Let's have a referendum now. Day one, what do you think? Pretty good? Just me, then.
And how did The Sun cover this in a measured and balanced way?
Did they say...
Yes!
They put a half-naked woman on page 3.
Yeah. Nicola, 27 from Peterborough...
Shows her party rosettes.
Well, here's how they announced the historic coalition. First, Mr Cameron's bit. There you go. Yeah. And here's Nick's bit. There you go. Big jobs. Who's going to get them? Yes.
Vince Cable's in there.
Theresa May is Home Secretary, which is typical Tories giving a woman a secretarial post.
I have to say, George Osborne being the Chancellor, I reckon I'm all right on that front. My own personal tax bill would not be going up because 20 years ago, I bought George Osborne in a slave auction. And, George, if you're watching, If you raise my taxes, I will tell everyone what I made you do.
Wow. William Hague is now the Foreign Secretary, although he does seem to have changed his image somewhat.
Oh, he dreams of having that much hair.
That was a key demand of the Lib Dems.
Don't you dress like that?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. He's got sandals on under there as well.
The Tories have agreed to have a referendum on the subject of electoral reform. Did anybody see how John Prescott dealt with that issue earlier this week?
If you put together all of the numbers between Labour, the Liberal Democrats and any of the others that come into a coalition deal, that only just gets you...
Can you keep your mouth shut for the moment, love?
Love.
No, the brilliant thing was, when they interviewed her afterwards, she said, well, at least he didn't punch me.
Kay Burley also got heckled on the Sky News. Have a look at this clip, but don't pay attention to the people in the foreground. Listen to the heckling. It's better.
However, the Prime Minister's gone up to Scotland, at least for now. The other two main parties are gathering. How do you get together and try and organise some sort of polling as far as this is concerned? Will you be polling?
Is that what the Director General does these days?
But why do they take them all outside and expose them to this? There's this whole trend.
Because it's funnier.
No, I suppose it is funny.
You're not really there unless you're standing in the rain or the wind.
Yelled at.
They have the first time anyone has said, watch the BBC on Sky.
As the various negotiating teams scuttle backwards and forwards to come up with a solution, what headlines did the papers go for?
We don't know what's happening. We haven't a clue.
Don't bother reading us.
Let's leave them to sort it out and then report the news afterwards.
Here's the Times. They went with voters tell Brown to quit as Cameron races to secure deal. Telegraph opted for a nation in limbo. And the Daily Star got straight to the point with sort it out, you clowns.
I just think it was ridiculous. They were like, Clegg was just going between the two of them, just trying to get a bit more and a bit more and a bit more.
But isn't that what negotiating is? I don't understand why journalists find this so hard to understand. What was Nick Clegg doing? Yeah. How dare he try to secure the best possible deal for his party? What is wrong with you people?
Because he's saying it's all about the country.
Inane question.
Because he's saying it's all about the country.
Of course he's saying it's all about the country, because you people would be right on a piece of jacksie if he didn't, wouldn't you? If he actually said, well, this is actually about politics and this is how politics works, you bunch of 4-year-olds.
Also, according to The Sun, David Blunkett didn't help by saying, can we really trust the Lib Dems? They're behaving like every harlot in history. Got him on his special subject there. But... It's been a week of high drama, historic developments and cliché journalism, and as feelings ran high, did anybody see the massive embarrassment on Sky News, or Adam Bolton, as he's called? Let's have a look at this live interview beside Alistair Campbell when Labour were trying to reach an agreement with the Lib Dems.
Adam, you're obviously upset that David Cameron's not Prime Minister.
I'm not upset.
You are. You probably are.
Come on, don't keep casting aspersions on what I think.
Calm down.
I am commenting. Don't keep saying what I think.
This is live on television.
No, don't keep telling me what I think. This is what you do. You come on and say, no one won the election.
Alistair,
no, don't. You talk to me. I'm fed up with you telling me what I think.
I don't care what you're fed up with. I don't care what you're fed up with. You can think what you like. I can tell you my opinion.
Don't tell me what I think.
I will tell you why I think you'll react.
Alistair, you're being
no,
very...
I'm not joking.
You are being...
You're so unconcerned about our procedures.
You, totally unelected, have plotted this.
Me?
With yeah.
Well, and you're elected.
You're up here speaking about him. No, but he's...
No, that's because the minister's going to a cabinet meeting.
He's got a parliamentary party. You're the one who cocked it up. You're the one who's cooked this up with Peter Mandelson.
Let this debate carry on later.
Calm down.
Let's just remind you as Gordon Brown said a few minutes ago that seems to have led to this latest round of the debate. This is Gordon Brown's state.